Hey, this training is coming through as a really vulnerable and intimate training, and it is specifically about creating your own rules and living by them. And that really means listening to your soul, and the soul's language is the language of your destiny. And only you can know what you're here to do. And we spend so much time and energy, and we're only here, I'm gonna cry, but we're only here for such a short time. And we spend all of that time exhausting ourselves, depleting ourselves, and creating disease inside our bodies because we try to live in someone else's destiny's path. We try to live by somebody else's rules. And instead, we get to simply know that we are here in this skin for this time in a very unique way that only we can express. And it doesn't feel good when we live in any other way. And there's ancient wisdom in there. We know this. And when we are so heavily focused on living someone else's goals, serving someone else's definition of what it gets to look like to be successful, or to be pretty, or to be, the right physique, to eat at a certain time, to marry a certain person, all of these things, and we stray, and it literally creates an auric sludge. It just dims us, and this film around our aura means that we are A, more permeable to sludge, and B, less aware of our destiny trying to speak to us. That energy wants to come through from the cosmos. That energy needs to land on the planet in someone so that it can be expressed, so that we can actually create more evolution, more works of art, more renaissance. And so our destiny is speaking to us very specifically beyond our mind, because it's providing us with codes from the information field. The information field is all around us. It is the ether. It literally contains coding, binary coding, energy. That is how we invent. That is how we create things that have never been created before. Our brains don't have the mechanism for that. Our brains can only build what has already been built. Our brains can only see what has already been done. So how do we invent? Because we have what's called the epiphany. We become enlightened with the idea, and then we surrender to how it materializes. And only a leader who stands in her bravery to listen to the language of her destiny speaking to her can access that. We can't access it if we are blocked in fear by what others think. And so why is this so vulnerable for me? Because every day I march forward and I allow my destiny to speak to me. And is it challenging? Fuck yeah. Is it fucking painful as all hell? Being sometimes abused. I take on sometimes feelings of being exploited, being judged, and it hurts. And I still show up because I see that the soul pain of not doing the thing that I know I'm here to do, I've suffered way more for that. And now I get to show myself the deepest compassion and sympathy for that suffering. And when I ask myself, Diane, how can I relieve that pain of not pursuing your destiny? Well, how I relieve it is I go the other way. I make up my own rules. And I don't spend time trying to break the ones that exist. And that's the journey. Just yesterday, my own father, my dear father, of course showing up out of love and concern, said, I'm too skinny. And he said some really mean things to me. That he can't even look at me, I'm too skinny, I'm skin and bones. And I feel amazing. I feel glorious. I love my body. And I love the way I feel in my body. And who is anyone to tell any other human what you're supposed to look like? It's so ridiculous. Yet it hurts when you find yourself on the receiving end of that. So it's still a journey. And in that moment, it's recognizing, how do I get to show up with first compassion? I have a compassionate heart. It is my nature. And then extend that to him. He has a story. He's sticking to that story. That's his story. Can I respect that story without allowing it to be my own? Yes. Can I honor his story? Can I honor his way of moving through life? Can I see beyond his words and perhaps feel the energy of where he may be in pain? Can I also notice, again, with self-compassion, what it's pulling up in me? My insecurities, my self-doubt, and can I accept that and still march forward and still come to a place of inner peace so that I can fulfill what I'm here to fulfill, knowing deep down in my soul, no matter what the fear is, oh, maybe I am too skinny. Maybe, oh my God, he doesn't love me this way. He doesn't accept me this way. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm messed up. And okay, does that feel true to me? Or is this an easy way for my mind to become distracted and throw me off my path? And I get to come into that inner authority and align my chakras and put my practices into place so that I can stay in this caliber, this spirit, because